Today on the bench at D-Lab we have a vintage K model 703 tube type guitar amp. These are pretty popular back in the day. A little practice amp with a fretboard cabinet. Very inexpensive, but the problem is with them is they're not exactly safe to operate. The original tube configuration was a 35Z5 rectifier, a 50L6 output tube, and a 12AU6 preamp tube. So the configuration would drop your 120 volt line across those tubes. Then they had a little high voltage isolation transformer that would take the line and just isolate it for the high voltage, so you'd only get it right around 150 volts if you're lucky, plate voltage, so they're very underpowered. So the task today is to turn this into a usable amp, safe, and have 6 volt tubes. Sounds like fun. Let's give the K a little look over. The cabinet is original, beat up, but it's all there. Backside, you see your chassis. All we have is a volume and tone control. It's missing one of the input jacks. There is the information of the amp. If you look down here, it appears as though it has the original speaker with the built-in output transformer. Somebody has been grabbing the speaker output, and over here it appears as though there's still the little ID tag sitting in there with the schematic, although that's very hard to read. I have a nice online version of that. Let's get this chassis out. Well, here is the tube lineup. There's the original filter cap, and you see it was only rated at 150 volts DC. So my estimate of that being the plate voltage was probably high. So our output tube and the preamp. Flip this guy down. Got to be careful because it's still hardwired into that output transformer. There is the little isolation transformer for plate I was telling you about. You can see she's pretty much original. It's got some of the old paper caps in it. This thing's going to need a complete rebuild to make it worthwhile. So my plan will be, gut out the amp. These tubes are coming out. We're going to go with a new lineup, 6EU7 preamp tube, a 6K6 output tube, and a 6X5 rectifier. And then here, we're going to land this nice vintage Stancore power transformer. So he will be hanging under the chassis like that. It actually looks like it was made for it. Okay, let's get her gutted out and test that output transformer. I buzzed out the primary of the output transformer and it looks good. I had to temporarily reconnect the speaker because he had that external one hooked up. So I know the primary is good, but the question is, does the speaker operate and does it sound okay? So I have this cool old Heathkit audio generator that has a 10 volt output, so I can actually inject into the primary of the output transformer and listen to that speaker. And it appears to be good. Bonus. So we've determined the speaker and output transformer is good. Next step is to get everything pulled off the chassis. I'll probably leave that filter cap there for looks. New power transformer seat here. This guy leaves. This is where I'm going to add my new capacitors for the power supply. This will be my rectifier, output tube, and preamp tube. So obviously if I'm going to install a 6EU7, this little 7-pin socket will have to be updated to a 9. So I drilled out and removed that old 7-pin socket. I'm going to install a 9-pin, and guess what? The hole patterns line right up. Here's an update on the K project. I ended up taking the output transformer off of the speaker, mounting it on the chassis with a speaker jack, just like you'd see on a normal amp. I thought that'd be kind of silly to leave it on the speaker and have no option of connecting an external one. So bottom side, we're all stripped, ready to start wiring. This terminal board here will be for the filter caps. My filament lines to to the 6X5, and then we'll take off to the 6K6 and the preamp tube. Alright, we're moving along. I've got the power supply wired up. These are my filter caps. So we have four 22 microfarad at 400 volt caps. You'll see that on the schematic. This will be my AC input fuse, my output for the speaker. I've wired up the 6X5 and the 6K6, but I have not wired up the preamp tube yet. But at this point, I want to fire up the amp and test it and see where we're at. So for your viewing pleasure, we're going to test the power supply loaded on this amplifier to see what our plate voltage is going to be. So I have a variac and it's fuse protected. We're going direct to the primary. This meter will monitor the high voltage. This meter will monitor the current through the 6K6 output tube. I have a dummy head, dummy load for the speaker, and we're going to use this helipot to dial in the bias, and we can watch the effect of the plate voltage versus the current that we're drawing on this little amp. Should be fun. Alright, first we'll ramp up the AC voltage. Pretty soon you're going to see a rise on that DC voltmeter when the 6X5 rectifier warms up. We're up to 90 volts. There she goes. Once we get some decent high voltage, you're going to start seeing current on the other meter. I'm just going to go ahead and take this guy right on up to 120. Pulling about 0.2 of an amp. There's my high voltage. You can see we're pulling about 18 milliamps of current. And at 18 mils through the 6K6, we got about 218 volts. Now, I'm going to change the current through the output tube. My target for this little guy is going to be about 30 milliamps. Bring her on up. There, it's 25 mils. You can see our high voltage dived a little bit. I'm going to take her right up to the 30 mils that I'm looking for. Remember, this is not an exact science, because after I figure out the resistance I need, we're going to be dropping a resistor in there on the cathode of the 6K6. So there is our 30 mils, about 196 volts. So on the schematic we'll call the plate voltage 200, and I have to measure the resistance to see what we need to put in there to achieve the 30 mils. But this is a very safe way to bring up your amp initially. Watch your current and your high voltage. Make sure it's in the ballpark. Looks good. So after the power supply discharges, you can flip your meter to ohms, go across the helipot. It looks like 286 ohms would be the cathode resistor. So I'll pop in a 300. Let's take a close look at the build. You see our new tube lineup. Check out that beautiful old stock CBS 6K6. We have a 60U7 as a preamp. You may wonder, why didn't I use a 12AX7? Well, mainly cost. And the 60U7 performs the same as the 12AX7, but the base configuration is different. Output transformer now resides on the top of the chassis, and there is the speaker output jack. 6X5 rectifier, and of course the vintage Stancor power transformer. I ended up only utilizing position number 1 for the input. Position 2 has been abandoned. 3 now has a 50s glass jewel. Really looks good. The original speaker is fine. I added a little pigtail with a 1/4-inch jack, and I spoke incorrectly. I thought that this cabinet was an old pressboard style, but no, it's hardwood with some fancy Tolex on it. So that's kind of cool. Let's tour bottom side. Got our AC input. You can see the little GMA fuse there protecting the primary. My filter caps, there's 4 22 microfarad caps. Here is the screen resistor and the preamp resistor. We take off this way the base of the 6X5, tone control with the AC switching on the back. This little ground wire going over to the volume control. I had to replace the volume control. The existing one was the wrong value for my design. I utilized RG174 coax to keep the noise down, especially since the controls are so far away from the circuitry. This is the base of the 6X5 with the 100 ohm balancing resistors. Here's my output transformer. One lead of the output goes to ground, the other one swings up here to the speaker output jack. And then we have the little 6K6 buried down here with that 300 ohm resistor that we covered earlier. Here is the old 50s GE47 lamp that lights that beautiful green jewel. Preamp section, she gets pretty busy. Kind of hard for me to show you exactly what's going on there. But I used one terminal board pretty much for all the wiring. This is my input jack, and there is the abandoned jack. Really came together nice. This K now has a new life. Here's a functional test of the amp using its internal speaker. Give it a chance here to warm up. There she comes. So there's full volume. Volume all the way down. Absolutely no hum. Good deal. Let's hook up a signal source. Okay, I got the looper hooked up. That old original 8-inch speaker sounds great. Okay, that's a wrap on the K703 update to 6-volt tubes. Now, this amp is safe, it has a real power transformer, and more power. A fairly simple update. You just pull everything out and put in new components. How much easier can it get than that? This is one of the things that I specialize in. I've done quite a few of these amps, the Ks, Harmonies, a bunch of those strange little practice amps, and make them usable again. But before I go, have you guys ever been working on your amp and had your cell phone on the bench? Not a good idea. It'll pick up the transmission off those phones. So if you have one of these little amps, you'd like me to update it, contact D-Lab. I'd be glad to take it on. If you want to do it yourself, here is the diagram. I'll post that, and you can also contact me for information of how to accomplish this task. Hope you enjoyed the video.